All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasu said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasu Steady YouTube page, General Steady YouTube page, two powerhouse institutions on YouTube giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. Link for the membership right down in the chat. Just click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption, a definitive black manhood designed by the General for the brothers, strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing program. Take a preview of it. Click that link. Also included 25, the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers meet once a week discussing very powerful, vital and important information pertinent to our growth and development. Make sure make sure you get over there, check it out, and become a brother, become a member today. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're gonna like and love. Check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Is not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete, become a member today. And everybody knows SETI got the popping his page on Patreon. We will be popping tonight, even though it's late. That's how we do. Yeah. Understand what I'm saying? We stay up all night burning candles like priests. You feel what I'm saying? Getting that knowledge. I want you over there. The link is right at the top of the chat. Click it. Become a patron today. All the family that then donated to the general, I appreciate you. Those would like to donate, the link is right there in the chat. I thank you very much. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. You say Kofi Geezer, say, dude, a fed, bro, that was a fake trial, huh? I don't know. I don't know. You see, I don't know what you gonna get out of it. You see what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know. You see what I'm saying? Shit. You know, you gotta see that motherfucker coming in and out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But what he got to gain? You see what I'm saying? That's the question. If he is a Fed, what he got to gain from being up in jail and shit? You know what I'm saying? If I got $1 billion motherfucking dollars, I ain't going to jail for shit. You see what I'm saying? What the fuck? I mean, you got $1 billion motherfucking dollars and you fucking with the feds. You know what I'm saying? What's that about? You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, but he whatever, it when people go up against the feds, normally they say the feds come out on top. Well, they didn't come out on top this time. They didn't come out on top. You see what I'm saying? Out of the 5 counts, he was found not guilty. Rico forcing and whatever the charge was, I believe, forcing the ladies, into whatever activities and shit, that he was found not guilty. I believe, when you look at all the motherfuckers that went up, all the black men went up, women too. They didn't knock their ass down. You know what I'm saying? So if they coming for your ass, they're gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, was it fabricated to a certain extent? Maybe it was, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, there's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers in trouble when this nigga get out. Man, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers skipping town in that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Because no matter what, you got to think what they gonna get out of the mother. It wasn't that elaborate of a trial. I didn't even watch none of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too corny. You know what I'm saying? It was too fucking corny. This wasn't like no OJ shit. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers had got whacked and shit. So, ain't nothing hit, on that level. Motherfuckers was in OJ's trial. Everybody in the fucking world was watching that motherfucker every day. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was, so it wasn't even on that level. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even on that level for real because it was some corny shit. What they was in there for. It was serious, but everybody know that everybody involved was, a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody then got mad and some shit didn't happen where they feel, they need to, fabricate some shit. And he all of them had their hand in it, but shit was fabricated because people probably was feeling vindictive about some shit, and so motherfuckers went to saying Rico and all that other shit, when motherfuckers is scorned, that's what they'll do. They'll fabricate shit. That's it. It happened every motherfucking day. They've been releasing motherfuckers and shit and all that, they get to talking greasy and shit, and then they'll release your ass even as a juror. So, like I say, it wasn't really that, one of those must see, not for me, because I'm not into no dick. I'm not into none of the shit they was into. It wasn't that big. You feel what I'm saying? Really wasn't that big, and but the fact that he did get off is, and a lot of motherfuckers was against him. They was against him, and I believe if they could have got him, and if it was true, they would have nailed his ass to a cross. They ain't got no love for Black Power. What's up, Wilson? Yeah, did all that squilling for nothing. Yeah, I believe if I believe what they said he did, he did. And I do believe that a lot of people probably lied because they wanted to see he probably didn't cut some motherfuckers loose. You know what I'm saying? And they probably was, depending on him. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire and shit and this, that, and the third. And you see the shit every day. You see it every day. And when you're dealing with them rich motherfuckers, there's always some, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, uh, uh and so he did something, and 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 they found him guilty for it. They did find him guilty what they could prove. You can't beat the feds. You know what I'm saying? Usually when they damn near got a 99% conviction rate. So if they got a 99, it obviously that it was a lot of shit that was stretched. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit that was stretched. New York is a political state. When the motherfuckers don't like you, you know what I'm saying? They'll put that machine behind that motherfucking that bench, that court, and try to get your ass up out of there. It's not, we see this shit all the time. But a lot of motherfuckers that went against him, they're gonna be motherfuckers is gonna be in trouble. You can tell me that. I don't think he ain't gonna let that shit lay down. You know what I'm saying? He might not come out whacking motherfuckers immediately. You know what I'm saying? Cause they gonna be watching him and shit. And 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 he ain't gonna want to run and start and because ain't no telling who he talking to and shit and this, that, and the third. But I tell you what, you know, uh, that's just hard to get squilling on motherfucker, and he come out on top. That's just not a good look. That's just not a good look. And you done been in there, you done been talking to them peoples. You know, especially if it was fabricated. You in there fabricating lies and shit to get a motherfucker locked the fuck up. And like I said, he did some shit, you know, and I think he gonna pay for it. You see, he already paying for it because I'm quite sure, all the fucking money that he didn't say found guilty of pimping though. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't justify shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how, you know what? I'm not going into Hollywood, a sick industry, trying to find no saints neither. You feel what I'm saying? Just ain't gonna try. I'm not even trying to. I'm not going in there to justify a motherfucking thing because I know damn near every motherfucker in the industry, one way or another, is a part of that system. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been going on forever. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking about shit like this, man, since this shit was in black and white. You feel what I'm saying? This shit, you got the ones that's on top and they gonna manipulate the motherfuckers on the bottom to get in. Yeah, Brad Pitt and all them motherfuckers, man. Come on, man. Let's not all them motherfuckers. You see Tom Cruise, all them motherfuckers. You see every last one of them. They've been doing this shit since this shit was in black and white. Whichever motherfucker that, I didn't, watching a lot of these Illuminati YouTube pages and shit. And man, they got motherfuckers back, niggas, since, right when this shit started, Hollywood started, this shit been going on like that. So, so it's a manipulative industry in that sense where, you coming in at the bottom, motherfucker. They do it with the music. They do it with all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's not to justify anything, but you don't go to a cesspool industry thinking you're going to find too much of nothing but that. You see what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers do it on a more escalated level than others. They're just like that motherfucker that on that shit. What was it? Playboy? What's his name? What was it? Was it Hughes Hefner? Man, that motherfucker sat up there, man, for years out in the open. He was out in the open. That motherfucker was damn near 90 years old. He was damn near, he was in his 80s. He was in his 80s, 90s. He was out there, and you understand what I'm saying? They didn't say a motherfucking thing to Hugh Hefner. They didn't say shit to him. Nothing. You see? Yeah. They didn't say a motherfucking thing to him. So, I mean, and so, I mean, what you think going on there? And he owned that shit and he, and he bringing in, underage girls and shit and all that. So what the fuck? They didn't fry his ass. They fucking, I mean, and the crazy shit is all the motherfuckers was going to his club and shit and all of that. Yeah. Yeah, they was going to his clubs and, and shit and this, that, and the third. Black Power, what up, though? Yeah, so, but, motherfucker get out, it's gonna be some problems, So, 50 Cent, I know he's embarrassed in the motherfucker because he was most definitely, he was most definitely preying on his downfall, And so, yeah, he didn't, 50 Cent was most definitely preying on his downfall. And 50 Cent better watch himself. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent better watch himself too. You know what I'm saying? He believe he untouchable, man. But I know he don't believe it, but I believe, he think that, whatever security he got is enough. Motherfuckers will get around that shit for the right price. Shit. For the right price. Motherfuckers will get around that shit. So, you don't believe you're untouchable and shit. Anybody can be touched. If the motherfucking president of the United States can be touched, anybody can get touched. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but, it's and it's probably not over. situation not over, but hopefully, the nigga go somewhere and sit his silly ass down somewhere. Yeah, yeah. All of them been compromised. You ain't gonna be making. You are not gonna be on that level at all and not be compromised. You understand what I'm saying? That's just all it is to it. You rubbing elbows with motherfuckers that, on that level. That's what they do. These are demons. You see what I'm saying? And that's real talk when we say this shit. These is motherfucking demons. They been knew about these motherfuckers. Ain't nobody unaware and shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers' reputations precede them. They reputation been known for decades. Some of them. People know how. Oh, if you got to deal with this motherfucker, what more likely you gonna have to go through. You understand what I'm saying? To make a deal, and then these motherfuckers is showing off bosses where you got to go through them. You understand what I'm saying? To make any type of move in the industry. You see what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers is showing off, gatekeepers for real, bosses where ain't shit moving and shit. They're just like that motherfucker. What's his name? Weiner. You know what I'm saying? Weinstein. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. You see what I'm saying? They been knew about him, and everybody in the industry was rubbing their elbows with him, and they knew his fucking reputation. You know what I'm saying? But they talking about letting his ass out of there. No, I don't know if they gonna let him out, but I know one case. I think they're gonna try to get him around that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he get the fuck up out of there. Harvey Weinstein. You see. Yeah, Puffy about probably everything. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's a cesspool. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All the shit that been said about that nigga down through the years, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers know. They know. Everybody that didn't fuck with Puffy is on some cesspool shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it is. Nobody never had nothing good to say about the nigga. You see what I'm saying? Never. This nigga name been shit for the last 25 years, man. That man Puffy name been shit for the last 25 years, man. Straight up. They been talking, all these niggas, man, is suspect, real talk. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas is semi-suspect in the shit that they be talking and shit. And that's why motherfuckers need to read, and listen to them lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit, that's why I stopped listening to some of them motherfuckers, because they were saying shit that really wasn't like, nigga, what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Say maybe 30, they've been, yeah, that nigga, motherfuckers, you have to listen to them lyrics, man. And when you listen to some of them lyrics, you like, man, what the fuck is you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? I got to stop being, nigga. I can't listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Just get you on up out my motherfucking, out my catalog. You know what I'm saying? It's necessary. I don't have no problem, because once I hear some shit that ain't on my frequency, you getting the fuck up out of out of my catalog. Yeah, man. And it's a lot of them that really, and motherfuckers, I know you didn't heard it. You know what I'm saying? From some of all these niggas. I don't say that, I never, shit, you'll never hear me talking. You'll never hear me, and have never heard me, even though I cuss. Nigga, some of the shit that these niggas be saying, I'll be like, man, what make you say some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, do you hear yourself when you say this shit? You know what I'm saying? Do you hear yourself? So you must be in agreement with this shit. So yeah, when you listen to a lot of these rapping ass niggas, and when they rap, nigga, the shit that they be saying, I'll be like, nigga, you ain't on, you know what I'm saying? Something ain't right with you, nigga. You see? Say Lord Jamar, huh? Shit, I ain't listened to him enough. Probably so. Yeah, probably so. What'd you say? Somebody say how many years this nigga gonna serve? But he still, yeah. Yeah, he gonna serve where he could on the other charges he could get up to 10 years. He can get up to 10 years, but he not gonna get no 10 years. He not gonna get no 10 years. They ain't gonna give him no 10 years. Cause he already been in there. You see what I'm saying? He already been in there and shit for what? It's been about what, a half a year? What is it? Yeah, it's been what is it? Been a half a year? When did he go in last year? What time how long he been in there? Cause he didn't been in there damn near a year already, ain't he? He been in there 9 months. Man, they gonna get that nigga about 3. They gonna get that nigga about 3 years. Yeah, they gonna get that nigga about 3 years and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And he didn't already, if they give him 3, he didn't already been in there a year. They might give him the rest of that shit, on probation. Yeah, they probably ain't gonna give him no more than about 3 years. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him getting no 5 to 7. He ain't gonna get no 5 to 7 because, I mean, a nigga like that, he could pay motherfuckers off for that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really gonna come down to the paper. So yeah, he probably gonna get about 3 years because everybody done already got paid. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody done already got paid. Look at the goddamn trial. Look how much money motherfuckers done made off the trial. Motherfuckers don't look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that everything is, and really all of them was involved. All of them was involved. You know what I'm saying? All of them was involved. So what the fuck? Let's just get down to the get down. All of them was involved one way or another. You know what I'm saying? And so, he deserved it. You know what I'm saying? But they all was involved. So shit, that's just what it is and shit. So they probably the worst charges, they couldn't, it didn't stick. It didn't motherfucker stick. If it could have stuck, they would have got his ass. Believe you me, they would have got his ass. They ain't let no motherfucker get off. They ain't let no, if they found goddamn Donald Trump guilty in New York, ain't nobody getting off. Straight the fuck up. You ain't getting off, nigga. So if they can nail your motherfucking ass, they gonna nail you. Them prosecutors in motherfucking New York, them motherfuckers they aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Them some aggressive motherfuckers when it come to trying to prosecute a motherfucker. They don't let you up out of that motherfucker. Straight up. They be trying to nail motherfuckers to a cross out there. So, it ain't no guesstimation, but I figure, you know what I'm saying? He had already been in there a year. You see what I'm saying? I figure they give the motherfucker, they give him about 3 years, even if they say 3 to 5. Then he ain't gonna do 5. He not gonna do 5. They'll give the motherfucker 3. Even if they give him 3 to 5, he ain't gonna even do 3. You see what I'm saying? He probably do. He already did a year. They might give him a motherfucker. I don't even think he gonna do too much more time. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gonna do too much more time because, I mean, most of these motherfuckers done been paid off and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody dead. God damn, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody dead. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He did some shit. He did some crazy shit. But you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody dead. And everybody done got paid at the end of the motherfucking day. Everybody done got paid. Everybody. The motherfucking courts, the lawyers, the media, everybody done got paid off of this shit. You see what I'm saying? So what the fuck is that was really what it was about. How much can we get off of this motherfucker? And they didn't max out. They didn't max the fuck out. Not yet. Because you got to think how much more money they're going to make once he come out. You see what I'm saying? So how long you going to leave him in there when the shit already is on fire right now? You know what I'm saying? People want to hear this shit now. You see what I'm saying? They want to hear from him now. You see, so, you know, who you think gonna get the first motherfucking interview? You feel me? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, who you think gonna get the first interview? You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, it's gonna be it's shit. You know what I'm saying? He worth $1 billion. Shit, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get about shit. He gonna get about 25 to 50. Listen to me when I tell you. When he start doing interviews, just think how much money he gonna get for interviews. And just think of the fucking, you know, the people when they just think, you know, Oprah Winfrey get his ass or somebody and have him live and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how many motherfuckers around the world gonna watch that shit? So I mean, I don't think they're gonna let that energy die because they making too much motherfucking paper. You see what I'm saying? They making too much motherfucking paper to let them just sit up in there. I mean, they didn't heard from all the motherfuckers that been accused and shit and all that. They want to see, they want to hear from this nigga. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear from him, and that's gonna break the internet right there. You see, so you know, I don't think they're gonna let him. I don't think he's gonna be in there too motherfucking long. You see, I don't think he's gonna be in there too long. So we'll see. But anyway, he was found guilty on 3 charges, which was the most serious charges. That RICO, man, that's shit. That's damn near mandatory life right there. RICO, that was mandatory. I don't even, nigga, you can't even come from up under that one. That's like, yeah. Yeah, we know he wicked. We know he wicked. The system wicked too. You see what I'm saying? He fit right on in there. You understand what I'm saying? That's just like I be studying, you know, we be studying and you talk about Solomon and how he controlled the demons and shit. That motherfucker controlled 72 demons, but within that 72 demons, it was 7 princes and shit. And them motherfuckers was more wicked than all the rest of the motherfuckers. So he wanted them princes of hell. You could believe that. He wanted the prince demons. That's what the goddamn show. He ain't just your average. He ain't just your average Joe. You say you spoke too soon. No, I ain't spoke too soon. Why you say that? You say I spoke too soon. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. I want to hear this one. I want to hear this one. Talk to me. Tell me why. Kasim, tell me why. You say you spoke to. No, I ain't spoke to because I'm guesstimating anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, the Goatia. Yeah. Yeah, come on, talk to me. Say they tripping in the feed. Yeah, you know these niggas stay tripping. Okay. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Yeah, we know that. We know what it is. We know this shit Hollywood, man. We know this shit Hollywood. It's always Hollywood. It's always Hollywood. Come on, man. It's always Hollywood when it comes to to celebrities like this. You see what I'm saying? But what did he say? Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. We appreciate all the family coming in, and we already know it's all everything is a guesstimation. You see what I'm saying? You know, everything is a guesstimation because this shit is all smoke and mirrors anyway. But I know one thing there about that paper. That I ain't got to guesstimate about. You see what I'm saying? It's about that motherfucking paper. You see, and so regardless to what that's what it's about now. Lights, cameras, action. That's what it's about. Motherfuckers all outside the goddamn courtroom. You know, lights and shit, cameras. You see the lights flashing, and everybody got that's what it's about. That's how they making money. You see what I'm saying? That's how the media make money. That's how the court make money. That's how these big prosecutors make money. You know, big lawyers and shit, you know, and everybody, you know, want to be a part of this shit so they can write a motherfucking book. You know what I'm saying? So that after the shit is done, that they could get on some interviews and make some money and shit. So anybody, so I know what it's about. It's about that paper at the end of the day. You see, everybody involved wants some motherfucking paper. That's what it's about. And so we can go in and guesstimate about all this shit, you know. But what I see and what I've seen down through the motherfucking years, that, you know, a situation like this, you know what I'm saying, they gonna stretch this shit out as long as they can to keep that money flowing. Cause what's next? Ain't nothing popping. What's popping? Ain't nobody talking about shit out here. It's a dead man. Hollywood is dead. The music industry is dead. You know what I'm saying? What else they got going on? They ain't got a motherfucking thing. Ain't no hot artists. Ain't no hot movies. Ain't shit out here. Believe it. Name me something that's really hitting the you know, the radar right now. What's shaking some shit up on the, you know, in Hollywood or the music industry? Nothing. So, you know, if they do have anything that's, you know, they're going to try to extend that shit as far and long as they can. And I think the next big thing is the interviews that's going to come when this nigga get out of jail. Because he going to try to get some of that paper back, because believe me, he didn't came out his pockets already. He done came out his motherfucking pockets all motherfucking ready. You feel what I'm saying? So he gonna want to try to get some of his paper back and shit and this, that, and the third. And that's gonna be a way to do it. And you know what I'm saying? And everybody else gonna do the same. So we ain't gonna, you know, it's all guesstimations. Man, Jim Jones ain't hotter than nobody. Man, Jim Jones is a scrub, man. I mean, Jim Jones is a scrub. Jim Jones need to go sit down somewhere. He trying to make himself relevant like these young niggas. You know, just get up and start talking crazy, but he just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how these motherfuckers wind up out here, man. Reynolds rap, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas get to talking stupid. You know, if you ain't got nothing to say, yeah, they wanted all black people. Nah, they did. They did because he, you know, he said his own, you know, but all these motherfuckers, man, straight up, all these motherfuckers, you know, all these motherfuckers is in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? They all in the same motherfucking boat. But Jim Jones need to go sit his old ass down. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker up there and nigga, scrubby beard and shit. I know I got a couple grays. That nigga his whole motherfucking beard damn near gray. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, is you for real? Nigga, you work it out, nigga, but nigga, you still, nigga, you in that, you know, you in that bracket, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Regardless to what you say. And I understand the fountain of youth where niggas is trying to stay as relevant as possible, but you can't be like no young nigga, you know what I'm saying? You can't come like no YN, you know what I'm saying? And you 50 fucking years old. You see what I'm saying? You can still, you know, you can still be, you know, like they say, you can still be fresh, but you got to stay in your own motherfucking bracket, you know what I'm saying? And do what you do. But, you know, there's all this trolling and shit, you know, going on like you damn near 20-something years old talking about speaking on another man that ain't even called your motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? You looking, nigga, you clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? And for a 50-year-old nigga, that's just, man, that's a horrible look. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you can't back up the shit that you saying, you know. It's one thing to, you know, but when a motherfucker, you tell a motherfucker, go check the stats, and motherfuckers check the stats, and nigga, you ain't even close, my nigga. You ain't even fucking close. And so, all these niggas, that just show you how bad this shit is right now. Anytime, a 50-year-old nigga and he out here and he talking down on another. Nas is over 50 years old. I mean, what the fuck is we really doing right now? You feel what I'm saying? Niggas that age supposed to be trying to collaborate, you know what I'm saying? And build on, we both got paper. Let's build and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Let's build, nigga. Let's, if anything, me and you been beefing, nigga, can I get on the song with you or anything? Let's make peace. Let's make a song or something. Let's, something on that level. But to say, you greater than Nas, nigga, it's not even close, nigga. It's not even close. Nas is like, nigga, top, he in the top 5 of all time in anybody's list, in most people's list. You know what I'm saying? Now, he might not be in the younger guys, you know what I'm saying? But, overall, the records speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? The man that sold over 35 million motherfucking records worldwide. You know what I'm saying? That shit speak for itself. The nigga got about 7, 8 platinum motherfucking plaques. You see, some of them went triple platinum, double platinum, triple platinum. 2, 3 of them went triple and double platinum, and the rest of them went platinum. These niggas can't even go green out in this bitch. You feel what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna tell me you more relevant. Ain't no motherfucking way. That shit don't make sense. But if a nigga can convince you that, that's why you got to always, don't believe the hype. Remember, Public Enemy, they had made that song, nigga, don't believe the hype, nigga. Don't believe the hype. For real. You see? But anyway, family, he out now. He gonna be out real soon. Yeah, he ain't even. And the thing is, he out here talking against Nas, and he gonna fuck his his paper. Cause motherfuckers gonna, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't gonna want to listen to his ass. You know what I'm saying? You don't do no shit like that and talking, and just start dissing a nigga, out of no motherfucking where. You feel what I'm saying? So, he gonna fuck around and motherfuckers ain't gonna even want to fucking listen to him no more. And so that's the dumb shit. And then, I seen him got on another motherfucking, another podcast and nigga pull out 50,000 and shit. And this man got $80 million, man. 50,000. I mean, goddamn, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the problem, man? Who is you really? What the fuck is this really about? You don't make sense. You pull out and say anybody that want this, we can get, man. That motherfucking man making that shit every day. Shit, $50,000 man worth 80. He got to be making that on the daily. He got to be making close to that on the daily. If he got 80 million motherfucking dollars, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Interest, you know what I'm saying, on goddamn 80 million. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Just think of the interest and shit and all the, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker making that, so you ain't flexing on nobody with that. So, that's the, for motherfuckers that, who are amazed by that. You see what I'm saying? And, that might, amaze them, but for a motherfucker that really didn't, that's, what's that, nigga? You know what I'm saying? What's that? Shit, this is 2025. You feel what I'm saying? What's that? But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all coming out here, man. They done found Diddy not guilty on 3 of the charges, guilty on 2. He's still looking at 10 years, but most people, saying that he probably won't even get 10. He probably won't even get close to 10. They might throw 5 at him. They might cut it in half, throw 3 to 5. He already did 1. You understand what I'm saying? What is it? It's July. The man coming home. even if they give him, he coming home, and before they sentence him, he'll come home. You see, so most definitely he gonna be out on the streets real soon. That's a fact. So y'all can get ready for that one. You know what I'm saying? And so, all right, family, hit that subscribe button. Get over there to Patreon. Click that link at the top, man. And we coming right black. This is about all I'm gonna give. You understand, to the world. I'm about to go off into the sacred sciences. And so if you're ready to come black with the general, come on black and let's talk black divinity. This is General Sabra Soon said. He said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.